So we have beach hair don't care, but I remembered when I went to edit that I never really did a proper opener for what today's adventures were. Teddy and I decided to go over to New Smyrna Beach with Mark and kind of hang out and play for the day while he worked, and never really did explain that. It was 4 o'clock in the morning, actually closer to 5 o'clock by the time we left Orlando. So just was tired, had a lot on my mind and didn't really open properly. So please stay tuned and enjoy some adventures that Teddy and I had today at Canaveral National Seashore, the Apollo Beach District, where Mark is currently working while Mark worked. Approaching the gate for the Apollo District, Canaveral National Seashore. Sun's coming up. I was hoping to get to the beach before the sun really come up. We still might. Gotta drop Mark off at work first. The gate already open?
Yes.
Wow, they open early.
Yeah, they do. 6 usually.
We're gonna drop Daddy off at work. Teddy's excited, and I'm glad we finally got to do this because Teddy has seen his dad report to work at every other park since he's been born, literally. I almost thought we were gonna miss this one because Mark might not be here much longer, so really glad we got to do this today. Anyway, let's kick it off officially since I don't know if I'm gonna get to the beach quite quickly. You guys know what to do. Grab yourselves a tasty treat and a beverage of your choice. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside this vlog at all times and go have fun playing and hanging out with Teddy and I while Mark goes to work and mows all day. That's what you're gonna do today?
Yeah.
Mows all this grass. So we're at Beach 2. Got Mark all dropped off and not really quite getting the first views of sunrise, but it's still good enough for us, huh, Teddy Boo? We also had to kind of run in and use the potty first, huh, Boo? What do you think, honey? And yes, Teddy's still in his PJs. I will be changing him after this, but coming over from Orlando, it was easier this morning to just grab him, PJs and all. Wow, honey! You excited? He is some excited for this. So it is breezy when you get down here by the water, so I don't know how much I'll be able to film without sound interfering. So I might take a few shots and make a TikTok out of it. Always check our TikTok, because sometimes I do that. Mix things up a little bit. Also our Instagram. So, here's my chance to educate for a little bit. When you see those sticks, please stay clear of them and please don't mess with them. That means, I believe those are marked sea turtle nests. So, I will teach Teddy that as well. Stay clear of those. It is nesting season. He's happy. Shoes off. Look at you, happy boy. Wow, yeah. This is nice. I'm glad, I'll say it again, I'm glad we're getting a chance to experience this. Sometimes, Mark reports so early that it's a little bit of a struggle, or has been, to try to get up early and, wake a toddler up and stuff. But, oh, I'm glad we're getting to experience this early like this at least once. Of course, there's a launch scheduled today, too, so it could get, between Labor Day weekend and a launch scheduled, it could get really crowded. You can do it! Jump right over them! There you go! There you go, Oko. I didn't even realize what PJs he's wearing today. He's wearing his shark PJs. How ironic. You can come out with Mama. It's safe out here, sweetie. Look up north. Let's go north of the beach. So we got pelicans in the distance. Teddy's got his shoes kicked off. He's running on the beach. Look at you. Wow! It's a beach at Daddy's work, huh? Wow! One last look before we move on to something else. Teddy's getting his shoes back on. A little hike, boardwalk hike I'd like to do before it gets too hot. Gotta move your strap. Oh, there you go. You got it in. Good job, Teddy. But it was good to get some of this color. Some of this fun before the rest of the people pile in here too. So welcome to Hike in Your PJs by Theodore James Varnum. Hey, it doesn't matter to me. I got clothes I can change him into anytime. If he wants to hike in his PJs, we're gonna hike in PJs. All right, so we are here at, I think it's called Turtle Mound. There's no signage out front coming from the direction I came from. And we've done this boardwalk once before, so I hope memory serves me correctly. But before it gets too hot and too much sun overhead, we're gonna enjoy a little stroll. So yeah, I asked Teddy, I said, do you want Mama to change you up real quick or you want to stay in your PJs? And his option was PJs. Although I'm wondering, Teddy, should I go get bug dope? No? You think you're going to go fast enough on this Teddy tour not to need bug dope? Yeah. Okay. It's not a really long walk, and I'll let you know as we go along. I know there's some stairs in it somewhere, so I don't know if it's fully ADA accessible or not, so I will let you know. It's a really good walk for kids, though. I can tell you that. Really good, short, easy walk to do with your children, or if you have other not so patient family members or Ohana that you travel with. What will it be? So they do have one of those audio tours you can do on your cell phone if you're interested in that. You hear the birds and the waves off in the distance? So this is a nice boardwalk, but it does have a little bit of an incline. So not sure. I don't believe it would be rated really totally ADA. Cool picture there, watching Teddy go up. It's a mound, honey. It's an Indian mound. Native American mound. You don't need to run. Coming up to one of the observation areas. Hi, cutie.
What's out there?
Can we look at this one first? Okay. We are on, oh, good view behind me too. Look at that. Try to make sure I move slower. All right, going up to this one. This would be a really good place to see a sunrise as well. You made it! Can Mom join you?
Yeah.
So what you're overlooking here is Mosquito Lagoon. Some of the stuff you might see. So this is the road that leads into the park here in the Apollo District. Pelicans, honey. You zoom in.
Oh.
There you go.
There's other their wings.
So zoomed back out. So you're in the Apollo District, as I've mentioned a few times, and it's A1A that leads in here from New Smyrna Beach. And on this side, it's kind of brackish water. It's part of the Indian River, I believe. It's looking down to that other observation platform. And I'll take you over to show you the ocean view. So you're looking out at the Atlantic Ocean. Like I said, this would be a really cool spot to catch the sunrise as well, or a sunset. You really would get the best of both worlds up here from this viewing platform. Or my gosh, what a great place to watch the rocket launch that's going to happen later on today, hopefully. Last I knew, I think they were at a 60% chance of it happening, so we'll have to wait and see. Ready to go down to the other platform, Teddy? It's starting to go by, but if you guys had smell-o-vision, I am smelling something really, really nice. I can't tell if it's honeysuckle or what it is that I'm smelling, but something really floral, and it is gorgeous smelling. And Teddy's brought us to the platform on the other end.
And
You made it to the other end?
yeah.
Wow, nice views here too, huh, Bob?
Okay, now let's go back.
Okay, Mom's gonna film for a few minutes. You wait for Mama, please. So looking back out, like I did from the other platform, the lagoon, you're actually looking down that dock, and that building, I'll zoom in a couple clicks for you, is actually at the visitor center. And actually the shop where Mark reports to work and stuff is on the other side of that visitor center. Picking up where I left off for your 360 view, there's the visitor center. And you come over here and you get the views oceanside. Looking down, it is gorgeous this morning. I'll slowly pan you around. And then you go back down, and there's the first observation platform you saw me stop at that's kind of in the middle of the two. Teddy just asked me, is it morning? And I said, yes, honey, it is morning. Does that mean we're going to change out of our PJs after this?
Okay,
Can you wait a minute? Mom's going to get this view too. Want to help me?
no.
Come see what we're looking at out here on the lagoon?
We're talking on the lagoon.
You never know. You might see some manatees out there. Lots of birds. And now we're going to retrace our steps back down. Oh, whatever that is, my gosh. It smells phenomenal. Oh, nice. I had to ask him to wait up. He was in a dead run right down the ramp. You were, huh? Mark and I keep saying we're gonna get one of those like step trackers, not like really fancy or anything, but something we could just clip to him, because we swear he takes like 3 or 4 times extra the steps in a day that we do. It'd be interesting to see what the Teddy tracker was. So I had mentioned earlier that Mark's time here at Canaveral probably isn't going to be long-lived. We are looking within a month or so, or a couple months or so, to return to Everglades. So being on this boardwalk's awesome this morning, because it makes me think of Everglades, and I miss it very much. I mean, this is nice, this is beautiful, but I do miss Everglades. We did. Mom's gonna go down and take a look at the picnic tables. So there's another little footpath that actually goes, so you can actually see the shell midden up close. I'm not going to do that with Teddy, especially since he's still only in Crocs and stuff. Maybe another day I will show you. But there's an interesting thing, and this is affecting a lot of Florida, so I really want to bring attention to it. Harmful algae bloom. So there's certain shellfish and pufferfish. If you were to consume them, it could be very dangerous. So be mindful of that. But yeah, there's a little trail here, and it's lovely. I did it like, a year or so ago. But sometimes it can be wet, and especially since this is our wet season, I really would recommend you have on like hiking boots or something that comes up over your ankles. But what a morning. This would be a great spot, this picnic table. Kind of quiet here. You could sit with a journal, sketch pad, cup of coffee, or snack, or rehydrate, and just make sure you pack in, pack out. You're all done. That's such a cute picture of you though, Boo. Such a cute picture. We better go back to the visitor center and fill our water jugs, huh? Teddy just decided we're going to call this the TJPJ tour. Hey, wait for Mom at the end, please, because that's a road. Gotta be safety smart, huh? You can just don't step over the edge. Remember? We don't step and make social paths. We stay on the trail. Oh. We want to make sure we educate everybody and be good stewards of the land, huh? On the TJPJ tour. So we're here at the visitor center now, and it's not open yet, but I wanted to stop here, and I was actually we were going to change Teddy's clothes, but one of Mark's co-workers is cleaning, so we won't disturb her. And yeah, and the other part of the VC is not open yet, the main part with the bookstore and stuff. But this is a nice picnic area, and it is covered. So if you were visiting here and you needed shade to have your picnic, or perhaps there's a thunder showers we're known to get in the summer, especially coming through, this is a good spot here at the visitor center to stop and have your picnic. And I should note too, I wanted to check my fact before I gave it to you. The whole park road here in the Apollo district is 6 miles. So you're really not that, even if you go to any of the beaches or the historic Eldora house or something, you're not that far to come back and have a picnic or use restrooms or whatever if need be, or ask questions at the visitor center. Wait up for Mom, please. Pelican flying over Teddy. So this is the lagoon side. So where Teddy and I were just hiking is that higher clump of land that you see up there. Can actually, if I were to zoom in, you'd be able to see like some of the boardwalk too. So that's where we just were. Wait, Mom will hold your hand out there, honey. I know you think you're big and brave, but you're not that good of a swimmer yet. Teddy wanted to walk out here. For the most part, he's pretty good, and I wouldn't expect him to purposely jump. But sometimes he's not steady on his feet, especially when a dock's wobbly. I wouldn't want him to trip accidentally, so for safety's sake, we hold an adult's hand. Nice and calm out here. Beautiful. I would love to take a canoe or a kayak out here sometime. Oh, something just jumped out there. That's taking a look back up at the visitor center. But as you can see, he kind of jogs everywhere he goes. So unless there's fences and stuff, sometimes I don't trust his footing. Ah, nice little place. This would be a nice place to have like your morning cup of coffee or something.
It's not open.
The visitor center's not, honey, but it will be soon, and I'll get you dressed and we'll go inside and look for your stamp and stuff. We got to get your stamp in your book, huh? Yeah? So I went to try to record because we just passed Mark on the mower, and I picked up the phone to try to record it. And of course, Ellie comes at me from the other side. But if you see that person in the back window, we put down the window when we went past so Teddy could wave to him. There's Mark. He's getting ready to mow. So we're back here to Beach 2 to hang out for a while. Actually, the park has the rest of the stretch of road closed off, so you can't even drive down there. We had peanut butter sandwich. Took some time. At first he didn't want to come down, and then he saw other kids coming down and he was like, oh yeah, Teddy's gonna go down and see what that's all about. Now, sadly, a lot of our stuff is actually packed away in storage, but I did have some stuff out at least. So we have swimsuits, he has sunblock on, hat, and we had a couple of towels. We don't have our really good ones that Godfather Jason had given us for our birthdays, but hey, make do. Next time we'll plan better. Mr. Nosy here, he wanted to be right by the stairs so he can see the coming and going of everybody. But look at what we're looking at now. About an hour and a half, almost 2 hours later, from where you saw us here earlier. I knew he'd have fun once he got down here. He's just getting his bearings, had to figure out what all this was all about. I don't think he understood that I was telling him, yes, we have your suit, you can change up and play in the sand, it's okay. Now he'll have a blast. Yeah, he's in his Shangri-La now. He's figuring this all out. It's a shame though, I don't have his buckets or any of the normal toys I would normally have, so really got to get back to setting up the van how she's supposed to be. Did you find a shell? Yeah, you did? Probably gonna be really windy, but I wanted to show you.
Okay.
Oops, there's a penny. Good bird view in here. I believe that was a cattle egret. He's kind of small, so I think it was a cattle egret. Teddy's building collections here. Gives me a good moment to remind you this is protected land, so please adhere to leave no trace ethics. Collect them, look at them, admire them, take pictures, and please leave them here. You did find another one for me? You're gonna add it to the collection? Oh, thank you. Very sweet of him, building Mama a collection. We did walk it down and stick our toes in the water for a little bit. I didn't want to take my phone down because I had to concentrate on him and I didn't want to accidentally drop the phone. You got another one for the collection? For your collection. Teddy's building a collection on his towel as well.
Wow.
Thank you, honey. That's very nice for my collection. So, I'm not good with bird names, and I'm certainly not the photographer and videographer as my friend Follow Thomas. I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit more because this is really cool what they're catching. Watch out, a Teddy's going to walk in front of your shot. There you go. This is super cool. So yes, if you love Florida and especially Florida birding and nature, do follow my friend Follow Thomas. His videos are outstanding. I'm just I'm just your average vlogger. I'm just having fun. They're like trying to catch crabs out of the sand, and I think it's a mom trying to teach a juvenile, so that's really cool. And I'm sorry if it's shaky. I'm zoomed in pretty far. See if I can zoom in. That's as far as I can zoom in. That is super cool. Oh, Teddy's coming back. It'll look like Godzilla in a minute here. Where's your toe? Did you bury it? Yeah? Now we're playing. Oh, he broke free. We had buried his ankles and toes. All right, we went for a deeper one this time, all the way up to his thighs. He's gonna break free now? Wow, he broke free. So the burial and castle building has gone even deeper. Now we made a big hole and we planted his butt right in it and made a lounge chair, and then he said, bury him. Look up, honey. How cute is that? So we got done our beach time. We both agreed we were getting a little thirsty and needed a snack. So I wasn't sure leaving my spot on the beach, like how crowded it was gonna be with the launch going on today, but we decided we would risk it. So we're back here to the visitor center trying to get changed up. As you can see, now we've gone from PJs to swimwear to now clothing for the day. Taking a look at the sign. Telling a little bit about, is given the park map here. So we are up in the Apollo Beach District. That is where Mark works. And there's also a central district. And then there's also Playa Linda, which is down closer to Titusville. And as you can see, then the Kennedy complex is right there. So that gives you kind of a good overview. Now we're gonna go in. I finally remembered where I had put Teddy's passport book, and we're gonna go get it stamped.